Richard, thank you very much for having us here at the New York Auto Show, and especially because we're sitting in your new car, the Ghost Series 2, which is fantastic, especially sitting in the back. But this is a car that a lot of people like to drive too, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Ghost is very much a driver's car, and we're sitting in Series 2 Ghost, which is the first time the car has been shown in North America. Sales will start in September. So there's a number of very important revisions to the car, just to keep it as the pinnacle driver's luxury sedan.
Yeah, and we just passing the 10th anniversary of the new Rolls-Royce, right? That's correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, last year was that 10-year anniversary, and the company continues to go from strength to strength.
Yeah, and since that happened with the new Phantom, it's been a huge success. Even though obviously it's very exclusive, and actually you want to keep it like that.
Yeah.
But you seem to see more cars, and fantastic, especially the one that is next to us, the right, that is just out of the on sales. It's fantastic. So a great growth in 10 years, which is not very long. I mean, for your long history, yes, but
exactly, it's been a fantastic 10 years. I mean, Phantom re-established the Rolls-Royce brand as pinnacle luxury car. Then we had feedback from potential customers who said, I love Phantom, but I'd love a Rolls-Royce that I could really drive day to day. And Phantom's maybe just a little bit too large, maybe more of a chauffeur-driven car. So that was the inspiration behind Ghost, which we launched around 4 years ago. And of course that took Rolls-Royce to another level with that addition to the range. And then last year, sales for Wraith started around October time in the US. Our two-door fastback, so beautiful design and even more of a driver's car. And we're really pleased that the majority of Wraith customers are new to the Rolls-Royce brand. So they really appreciate the way that we've sort of reinterpreted Rolls-Royce in this coupe form. It's appealing to a much younger customer and also more females to the brand.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to drive the car last year in Phoenix, Arizona, on the US launch for it, and it was fantastic. And you're right, like a lot of people, the car draws attention to a lot of people, especially younger people, because the Rolls-Royce the Phantom is very imposing. I mean, like you see, like you almost have to respect it when you don't want to like too much. But this car is kind of, if I might say it, more fun in a very elegant way.
Yes.
But it appeals to more a younger audience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been able to offer a level of bespoke, our personalization program on Wraith from the beginning. And part of that is, an example would be the two-tone paintwork. So it's possible with Wraith to create a very different appearance to the car, whether you choose a more subdued, like a mono black paintwork scheme, or you can go for something more flamboyant in two-tone with some contrast. It's there's something for everybody.
Yeah, and the spoke program, especially, it's that, so you can do anything that you want in a car, I guess. Is there limits? Or does Rolls-Royce has like a limit on what you will do in terms of colors or something?
The limits are driven by legislation.
Okay.
So those are the areas where we have to stop. Obviously, everything is fully tested. Everything we do through the bespoke program is fully tested to Rolls-Royce quality standards. In terms of paint, 44,000 paints to choose from, or we can go beyond that and find something very unique.
So there's no legislation for colors, like neon oranges.
Okay. Thank goodness, no. I mean, I think it's fantastic. We're all individuals, and it's fantastic that customers can show their individuality with paint, as one example. So it's great that there's no limit.
And also in the interior, even though this is like the top of the line in every aspect, material, craftsmanship, and all that. Customers can also customize the car in different ways.
That's right, yeah. Obviously, we can personalize the leather color. So we've matched the leather color to like Fendi vintage leather coat from one customer, and different veneer types. We had one customer who had a tree which fell down near their country home, or on the grounds of their country home.
That wood?
And he approached us as a Rolls-Royce customer and said, "Look, I don't want to don't want to waste this wood. I don't want to just burn the wood. Is there a way it could be recycled into a Rolls-Royce?
Wow.
And that's what we did when we were able to do that. So, popular requests are things like headrest embroidery, where somebody may have their initials in the headrest, or an emblem or a company logo, or some kind of design. And the great thing about the bespoke program at Rolls-Royce is it allows our customers to work hand in hand with the bespoke designers. So, you've got the creative direction from the customer coupled with the creative abilities of our designers, and we see some wonderful designs that come out of that process.
And for people who are not familiar with the process of just like making the Rolls-Royce, I mean, it's a very intense hand controlled process, right?
Absolutely. To give you one example, we, like all car companies, we have a production line, an assembly line, but we have more people working in the wood shop than we have working on the assembly line. We have more people working in the leather shop than we have working on the assembly line. So those are the biggest departments.
The details.
It's the detail, it's the craftsmanship that goes into the cars, and that's what makes Rolls-Royce, pinnacle luxury product. It's the attention to detail and the craftsmanship.
Yeah, and the Ghost Series 2, obviously, Rolls-Royce changes in terms of creating more, putting more technology in the car and all that. The essence of the car doesn't change that much because you want to keep it exclusive and all of that. But what's new in the Ghost Series 2?
So for Ghost Series 2, we have a new front face to the car. So the headlamps have changed. We've introduced a full ring of light, daytime running lights for the headlamps, and those feature LED technology for the first time. The lower grille is wider than before. The main grille is slightly higher, so Spirit of Ecstasy sits slightly higher. So we've kind of increased the height at the front of the car and also the impression of width to give the car more of a stance, more of a proud front. We have a channel tapering to the front of the car on the bonnet. And that's almost, it comes back from the Spirit of Ecstasy backwards, almost like a sort of jet stream coming back from an aeroplane or the wake of a yacht, for example. And that's something you see from the driver's seat, from behind the steering wheel. It's a wonderful feature. We have all new seats, front and rear, to increase comfort levels even further. Upgraded materials in the cabin, and then technology. So the car now features our satellite-aided transmission, which was showcased on Wraith. And that's a system that uses sat-nav data and the position of the car and the driving style, the manner in which the car has been driven, to determine which gear the car should be in. So the system looks at the sat-nav data, what's the curvature of the corner that's coming up, and therefore what's the most appropriate gear. And that all makes for a very effortless, smooth Rolls-Royce driving experience.
So driving it not only makes you look better, but makes you a better driver.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's important to, let's say, complement the driver, not take over. We don't want systems which take over and control from the driving. Our customers are very much in control of their life. So we don't want to take control away from the driver, but it's a way of sort of complementing their driving to make it effortless.
Well, excellent. Thank you very much for your time and for letting us enjoy the back of the seat, and maybe, soon we'll get a chance to drive it.
Absolutely. You're very welcome.
Richard.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.